Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. I'm CBS19 Meteorologist Joel Robinson here with a morning weather update. We are currently streaming live on our CBS 19 Plus streaming app. We're also streaming live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. I have the Facebook chat up right in front of me, so if you have any questions about the forecast, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. I will be sure to answer your question. What we're going to be going over mainly just the rain chances over the next not only 24 hours, but even into 48 to even the next day as well. So we're tracking that through Thursday potentially. So lots of rainfall here, potentially 1 to 2 inches of rain within some of these storms that are going on. But we're currently starting to see a little bit of activity here on our satellite and radar, as you can see behind me. And we're watching that really closely to eventually further develop into some stronger thunderstorms that will produce some heavier downpours and potentially even a little bit of gusty winds as well. Not expecting anything severe today, but I think the main thing that we're going to be having to watch for is the rainfall. So we're starting to see that moisture start to pick up here across the eastern half of Texas. Meanwhile, still seeing dry conditions out to our west, which is good. No more rain is needed over in that direction, that's for sure. But we're tracking this high pressure off to our west. That's keeping things relatively dry on our western parts of the state. But meanwhile, we have another area of high pressure off to our east. That's bringing up some Gulf moisture, and that's where this moisture is coming from. And some of the, also on top of that, some of the residual moisture from Tropical Storm Barry is kind of starting to settle in here in East Texas as well. So that's where these rain chances are going to be starting to come in, especially today and going into tomorrow as well. Here's a look at rainfall chances across East Texas. So everybody will kind of have a different outlook here, but I think maybe mainly a 40 to 60% chance across the area. I think there might be a little bit of a higher chance within most of East Texas. I think it'll be more of a 60% chance. It's not too far off from what we have on this graphic here, but this kind of outlines where some of the highest chances to see rain will be, and it's mainly just going to be across central East Texas and eastern East Texas. We do still have rain chances on tap for the Athens, Palestine, Crockett, and Jacksonville areas, but certainly to a lesser extent coverage-wise. But overall, all of us will be getting in on some sort of rain chance as we go forward. So I would say most of us getting in on 60%. Tomorrow we're down to 50%. And then we continue to decrease into 30% and 20% as we go into this weekend. We have much more dry air coming into the area. We saw that area of high pressure off to our west, and that's going to be bringing in some dry air into the forecast as we go into this weekend. So that's what we're really tracking as we go forward. As we go into tonight, all the rain will start to wind down. We'll have low temperatures in the middle 70s. We got a calm night ahead as we move forward. And timing things out on our future skycast here, we are tracking things as we continue on through the morning here. We're continuing to be dry. We are looking at a couple of showers that are starting to pop up already, but they'll start to become a little bit more widespread, especially as we head into the evening hours. This is 6:30, and we got some thunderstorms, like heavier thunderstorms, not even just showers, starting to come into the picture, especially as we really start to warm up. But notice most of the rain happening across central and the eastern half of the viewing area. Meanwhile, mainly staying dry off to our west. A couple of us may be seeing some showers and thunderstorms, but the majority of it, pinpointing this, is going to be happening here. When we get to Wednesday, it extends further to the west. Southwest, Crockett could potentially get in on some heavier downpours. All across East Texas could potentially get in on a couple of showers and maybe some locally heavier downpours. And then we start to wind things down Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. Here's Thursday morning. We're partly cloudy, but mostly kind of clear across the area. A couple of clouds in there, but we have temperatures cool in the low 70s to start. We work our way into the evening hours. Here's 4 o'clock p.m., a couple of showers may be possible. There's the I-20 corridor. couple of showers may be possible between the I-20 and I-30 corridor, but not that widespread. It's when we look at our southeastern counties that we'll really have to start paying attention to where those rain showers will most likely be on Thursday. So that's kind of the area there. Most of us seeing things go on over here in our southeastern viewing area here on Thursday. But across the area, you notice like the rain chances are in the central parts and especially in the southeastern parts of the viewing area, but easily 1 to 2 inches of rain, some locally higher amounts possible. Looks like that could potentially be maybe 1 to 2, maybe even a little bit over that, just south of Nacogdoches. It's hard to pinpoint where rainfall is going to be exactly to the exact number, but broadly speaking here, most of the rain is going to be either happening across our southern parts of the viewing area, maybe even our southeastern parts of the viewing area, and some of our far eastern counties here, Jefferson, Linden, Marshall, Carthage, all getting in at least ½ inch to an inch to even close to 1.5 inches. So that's what we're kind of tracking as we go into the next 30 some hours here. But our feels like temperatures tomorrow, thanks to the rain, we aren't going to be feeling very hot out there. Well, we still will be feeling hot, but certainly not as hot as we have been. Temperatures only feeling like the low to mid 90s. It's kind of funny because this is definitely a relief, even though it is still kind of hot. It's definitely a relief. Thanks to those rain showers and thunderstorms moving through, we're definitely feeling a lot better out there. I think between rain showers, we'll definitely start to feel like the triple digits in some locations, but all the way through the day, not going to be feeling all that hot here. All right, here's our 7-day forecast. Tuesday is our main day to watch for as we go into today, and then we go into tomorrow. We have another round of scattered thunderstorms, especially for our southeastern counties and basically the eastern half of East Texas. Thursday, we could potentially get in on some isolated thunderstorms, but as you saw in the future skycast, it's definitely to a much lesser extent. So maybe a few of us getting in on some thunderstorms, but not quite as widespread as Tuesday and Wednesday. And I also wanted to add this too. The way rain chances are calculated, this is how it's calculated. So you notice we have a 60%, 50%, and 30%, and 20% all the way through. The way rain chances are calculated is the percent confidence multiplied by the percent area that the rain will be falling. So if I have an 80% confidence that only 20% of the area will receive rain, then that adds up or multiplies to roughly a 16% chance of rain, which we round up as about a 20% chance of rain. So that's kind of how it's calculated. So it's a lot of people on social media will say, oh, it's only maybe the area affected by the rain. It's also the percent confidence of the forecaster. So that is what rain chances are, how rain chances are calculated. So we have 60% for scattered thunderstorms. I think roughly maybe 60 to 80% of us will see rain, but the confidence in the forecast is definitely there. So we have about 100% confidence that 60% chance, or 60% of the area will see rain, so that multiplies to a 60% chance of rain. So that's what we have today. We have a 50% chance for Wednesday and down to a 30 for Thursday. Now the confidence starts to wane as we continue on through the next few days, especially when it comes to day 7 on a 7-day forecast. The confidence really starts to wane. You can see a 20% chance there. There could potentially be a couple of showers here, but overall, the confidence wanes as you continue on. The weather forecast starts to become a little bit less accurate because we are assuming a lot. So that's kind of how it's forecasted, how it kind of works. So that's a little fun tidbit there. But we are once again, especially if you're heading home from work today, definitely make sure you are staying prepared for any potential flooded roadways here. I don't think we'll be expecting widespread flooding across the area. As you can see, a lot of us maybe even not getting in on any rain at all to maybe just a little bit, and then all the way up to maybe 1 to 2 inches very quickly from some of these thunderstorms. But overall, not expecting a widespread flooding risk. But if you do happen to get caught in a potentially like heavier downpour of sorts, definitely make sure you slow down, because those downpours can definitely reduce your visibilities if you're driving out there. So definitely make sure you are staying careful. So that's kind of the idea here. We'll have some more forecast information on the noon show. So hope to see you there. Let me look for any questions you guys might have. And if I don't get to your questions now, I will be sure to go over and answer them later. But if you have any questions about the forecast, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go over the future skycast one more time, and then we'll wrap things up here. So here's one more look at the future skycast. So as we continue on through the morning, we'll continue to mainly stay dry. We are actually starting to see a couple of showers start to ramp up here, but as we continue to warm up here, we'll start to increase in that coverage, and a couple of us may see some heavier downpours. Now, it's a question whether or not we'll be as widespread as this, because we do have a blanket of clouds overhead, which is reducing some of the temperatures and reducing some of the heating. So we'll see how widespread we'll actually get as we continue on through today, but continue to expect a couple of thunderstorms today and widespread showers which we're already seeing on CBS 19 live radar. We'll continue to monitor that as we continue on through this afternoon. We'll have the latest updates for you. But we go into Wednesday, kind of the same story, widespread showers and thunderstorms across the area. High temperatures only making it to about 88 degrees or so. Because of the more widespread rain chance, we're not going to be heating up quite as much. As we continue on through Thursday and Thursday morning, we'll be nice and dry, and a few of our southeastern counties will get in on some rain chances. But by and large, it's mainly going to be a pretty dry day as we go into Thursday all across East Texas. One last look at rainfall potential here. Again, not looking at widespread flooding or anything. It says these rainfall amounts aren't extremely impressive, but still some decent soaking rain across the board. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'll have the latest forecast updates for you today on the noon show, so hope to see you there, and I hope you have a wonderful day.